BMNR is attempting to dust off the loss of 7.06% it printed yesterday, the 25th. So this is the pre-market session of Wednesday, the 26th. It is up 2.04%. Let's see what we have on its 4-hour chart. Okay. On the line trend on the 4-hour chart is severely bearish. The extrapolation is saying that the bounce it picked up on Friday, Friday the 21st, is expected to hold, going all the way towards the 5th of December. Okay, and there might be an attempt for the 40 period moving average to serve as a resistance, and it might happen, but it may defy it and go on and advance. Yeah, continue the advance, continue the upward trajectory. That will be based on this extrapolation on the 28th, Friday the 28th. This is just an extrapolation. It's not guaranteed that it's going to happen. The current projections are currently saying 30.15, yes, is a slight upper projection from where it's currently trading at right now. And then we have this pivotal projection that was initiated on the 14th of November and still reiterated up to the last 4 hours. Okay, that would be last 4 hours. Let me see, from now will be um sometime early morning today, the 26th. So it's still being reiterated. So that projection is 34.19. If it closes above that, and the algos are saying that by the 2nd of December, that's exactly, next week, exactly next week, it may have done so. It may have done so. Okay, yeah, maybe, but it may have done so by the 2nd. It may have done so that if it does that, then the probability of it advancing towards let's even say 36.94 improves. Yeah, it improves. That 36.94, the probability of it retesting it is statistically very high. Given that the moving average we have here, the first moving average, which I'm considering, is the 10-period moving average. It has a value of 39.37. So if you use that to try to calculate your probability, you'll get something that is higher than 50%, something close to 90%. Or if you consider all the other values there, they are all higher than 36.94. Okay, so what of 41.65? Okay, statistically not very good, not very good. But if you want to consider longer term moving averages, it will give you something encouraging. So in the long term, maybe it is something that can happen. So momentum is showing the momentum based on its 10-period moving average is indicating that it's going to get volatile at least up till Friday. Friday be the pre-market session of Friday the 28th, and then after that, it might be resume the uptrend. It might resume the uptrend as well, going into the 2nd of December. Okay, so we could just quickly have a look at Bitcoin to see what's going on. Okay, so I think the reverse. They're not. I don't think they really correlate very well on the 4-hour chart. They don't really correlate that well. Let's have a look at that Coinbase. The Coinbase listing. They don't really correlate that well on. Sorry, this is not. It's not Bitcoin. It's Ethereum. Yes, It's that's what I should be looking at, not not Bitcoin. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. They still don't correlate very well. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at its daily chart to see what we have. They might be correlating better there. Yeah, the daily chart, the crypto assets continue trading every day. They trade every day, non-stop. There's never a holiday. There's never a break for digital assets, or crypto assets. So this is the daily chart for ETH, and lower prices are expected to keep printing all the way towards the 25th of December. Let's have a look and see what we have for BMNR. Okay, to some extent, that is what to some extent, that's what we have. Yeah, to some extent, even though it's On the daily chart, is expected to be more volatile. Here, it's actually expected to show strength and carry it on all the way towards the 17th of December. The 40-day moving average, yes, will attempt to serve as a resistance, and it will do so. But it will do so, as a matter of fact. Yeah, it will be a resistance. It will be based on this extrapolation. It will be a resistance, and we're seeing here again 38.03 as well, a pivotal projection. Yeah, if it closes above that, then we're the prospects of retesting 41.55 improves, and statistically as well, it is very high. Yeah, that probability of it retesting it is more than 50%. I can tell you probably close to 90%. Yeah, what of 46.80? Yeah, also statistically very high as well. What of 54.07? Okay, statistically not high at all. Not high at all. Okay, so the Argos got today's extrapolation right. It's saying that it's going to show some strength. That is what we're looking at right now. No guarantee it's going to hold this strength it is showing right now. If BMNR is showing any divergence, it's not out of place because in as much as it is a proxy to Ethereum, ETH, it's also a different company. It's has other factors that makes it different from ETH. It's regulated and so many other things that makes it differentiates it. So those are the factors that can they tend to counter the correlation. They tend to counter the correlation. So yes, at some point they were trending. Let's find out what's going on.
Bitmine Immersion Technologies, BMNR, is trending once again as traders and long term holders dissect the stock's increasingly tight correlation to Ethereum and its growing exposure to crypto driven market swings. With ETH showing pockets of strength while BMNR continues to lag, community frustration is bubbling up, and debates are intensifying around whether the stock's latest dip reflects an opportunity or yet another warning sign. A major point of contention is the possibility of continued dilution. Recent ATM offerings and speculation about future capital raises are weighing heavily on investor confidence. Bulls argue that BMNR's expanding Ethereum treasury could create asymmetric upside if ETH breaks higher, especially with catalysts like the upcoming Fusaka upgrade being highlighted as potential turbochargers for the broader ecosystem. They see BMNR as a leverage ETH proxy, undervalued now, but poised to run hard if the market shifts. On the other hand, bearish sentiment is growing louder. Critics point to the stock's chronic underperformance relative to ETH, calling it a broken mirror trade. These investors worry that management's aggressive ETH accumulation strategy, combined with unclear long term financial planning, could expose shareholders to more downside if the market weakens or if another dilution event occurs. Concerns about leadership, especially around execution, communication, and treasury risk, are resurfacing, adding to the skepticism. Meanwhile, neutral observers and technical traders are split. Some see signs of bottoming behavior, with BMNR repeatedly finding support at key levels even as ETH fluctuates. Others argue that the selling pressure hasn't fully exhausted itself, especially if crypto sentiment deteriorates or volume dries up. Overall, the community is divided into three strong sentiment camps. Bullish sentiment sees BMNR as a discounted ETH leverage play, believes the Fusaka upgrade plus treasury growth could spark an explosive rebound, and feels the recent dip is a gift before broader crypto momentum returns. Bearish sentiment, frustrated by persistent underperformance versus ETH, worried about dilution, poor communication, and unclear strategy, expecting further downside unless management pivots. Neutral/cautious sentiment, watching ETH correlation closely, waiting for confirmation from technicals or an official catalyst, believes upcoming announcements will determine the next major move. In short, BMNR sits at a crossroads, caught between the promise of Ethereum's future and the reality of market volatility, management challenges, and community impatience. Whether this is accumulation season or a precursor to deeper declines remains the heart of the debate.
Okay, based on its very short term, very near term option activity, we can see here from the 28th of November the 28th. Yeah, people are option traders are bullish. Yeah, you can see more open interests on this on the call side. Um, yeah, that's also the case with the December 5th as well. Yeah, they're all they're leaning bullish. They're leaning bullish. You can see here the calls. There's more. There are more open interests than on the call side than on the put side. That's also the case with the December 12th as well. More open interests here than on the put side, but it suddenly goes. It suddenly changes on the night on the monthly contracts. December 19th. They are now here. They lean bearish. They lean bearish here. They lean bearish here. And I think we found some what looks like maybe a possible reason. It's not like it means everything. So we can see here from the 19th, the algos we have here are saying that the stock may begin to contract. The expansion that it's saying that this expansion will remain in place up till the 16th, but by the 19th it would have started to contract. So could that be any? Could that be the reason why they are leaning bearish? Well, we'll find out how it goes. Okay, so have a look and see what you make of BMNR. And thank you very much for watching this video.